All right. Okay. Hey, how's it going? All right. So where am I? Cool. All right. So should be able to finish this all up today. Shouldn't be a problem. I mean, for the most part. Yeah. So I was thinking of doing really simple kind of scroll for the background. And I don't know if I'm gonna get her little companion in this this drawing. That seems not nearly as smooth as I would like it. I don't want that above though, so that's why that's there. Body line. Yeah, cool. Just checking. Dun, 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 dun. All right, let's see. This is not as easy as I would like it. All right. Let's see. Nope. More of a curve to that. That looks a little bit better. But okay. Anyway, let's go back to background here. Let's see. So one. Oops. Okay, that would probably help if I had the right thing. So definitely want that kind of look for it. Scroll thing. Now, just kind of need to figure out how I want to do that. Oh, I like that line. That's fun. Anyway, okay, so that. Let's bump this up a little bit here. There we go. That's pretty close, actually, to what I'm looking for. So actually, let's put new layer in. New layer there. Am I getting? Okay, just checking real quick. Am I ping? Okay, cool. I am being picked up on that. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, got that line. That line. This one's going to be interesting. Okay, so let's go. So that's where I'm going to run into a little bit of issues. Yeah, that's actually not that bad, so that's could certainly be worse. I need to lighten the pressure a little bit once I get. Come on in. Like there. Yeah. Okay. So then. That could be what I'm looking for. Could be. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Okay. Right about there. Actually, yeah, that actually. Yeah, we got that. That. Let's rotate the canvas again. This way. There we go. That almost got me what I wanted. Okay, so let's okay. Got that going. All right. Let's rotate this again here. All right. All right. Hide that. Okay, cool. So that is slightly off on the top there. Need to fix that. Okay. Wait, what? Okay. Oh, somehow I'm painting with transparency. I don't know how I did that. I need to figure that one out. That? Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Anyway, got this kind of going here. I don't like that. That needs a. Okay, we need to fix that. Okay, so what I want is, yeah, something kind of like that. Definitely don't want that little tangent that was kind of creating. That should be enough to get rid of that little issue. At least up close it's enough to get rid of it. Okay, let's push this out this way. There we go. Again, just trying to correct some small issues. This is a lot. This is going to be kind of light though, I think. Definitely not going to have a black outline, but so that might kind of take care of itself. Oops. We will have to see though. Oops. Okay. We are working through this, not too bad. Okay. The corner should probably be a little thicker, but not the worst thing in the world. Okay. All right. Rotate that back. Let's zoom out a little bit. All right, so we've got simple scroll situation in the background there. Let's grab this. We can give it kind of parchment-y look. Well, kind of. Yeah, that's not too bad. Shade for that. Maybe a little bit grayer, paler. Okay. So then, let's grab that in there, there, and there. Okay. Not half bad. A little bit dark. Yes, sweet. All right, so we've got that. Now what I want to kind of focus on is giving it kind of like tattered edges. So let's do that. So that is terrible. As is that. Alright, so let's start with like that. Okay. Just little pieces here and there. Don't want it to be too beat up. I don't have to put in shadow and stuff too, but that's maybe small little bit there. Ripped through. Right there. Okay. And then I'll need to do some generic writing stuff. Not bad. Probably make that more of a like a gray. Okay, that's not bad. Probably a little bit more faded, or actually, yeah, no, we can do that. Let's go. Let's grab that. Okay. Yeah, I don't want it to be like gray. Slide it this way. There, I think that's the right color. Sometimes you just have to play with it until you get what you're looking for. All right. So I got that. And we can go a new layer. Take that color, darken it. Airbrush, bump that up a little bit. Oh, I wonder what, let's see. Yeah, we could give it some little spots here and there, I guess. Not crazy. All right. Soft. Bump this up. A little bit over the side, maybe a little bit here. Cool. I'll kind of come in and hit some of this a little bit. You can always clean this up a little too. It's on a separate layer, it's not a big deal. All right. So real quick, let's just clean this up. All right. Oops. Little gung ho in there. All right. Sure. Okay, cool. So let's do this. Paint with transparency here. Hit this edge a little bit. Oops. Just kind of hit that like that. And then we'll kind of soften it a little bit. We do this like that. Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, that's not bad. I think that works. Simple background. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Got that right there. This back. That way. Let's go back here. Okay, now let's do that. All right. All right. Let's see. Not half bad. So, got her, got a simple background with a scroll. That's not too shabby. Like, it's not, I don't think the scroll is overpowering or anything like that. We could, even if I wanted to, a little bit, we could drop the opacity on the scroll a little bit. Kind of push it back a little farther. Actually, before we do that, let's just, yeah, we can just merge those. But real quick, let's do that. There we go. Just merge these layers, and then I can drop the opacity a touch. That's not bad. I think that's pretty solid work. For my second piece in this program, I think it's pretty good. There's one more thing that I would like to put in is her familiar. I don't know if let's just real quick. So possum. Let's see. Let's go. Oh. Okay, there we go. So possum. I still haven't even like nailed down how I want that possum to look. So like that's a bigger problem. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Terrible. Yeah, we're not gonna put her full on possum, I guess, in this. Just but it'd be something kind of like that. I feel like that kind of like muddies things a little bit, maybe, but so I'll just do it real quick. Let's get in here. Yes, I'm doing this on the same exact layer I was just on because I'm not going to actually have this as part of it because that would be too much going on, but I do want to get the feel in this. There we go. Okay. And so got the tail on this side. So let's switch the color for that. That again. Back to my pen. All right. Right there. Let's go. Something like that. Oh, man. Got that color. So something in that general vicinity for her familiar. It's a possum. So cool. Just merge those. Woo! All right. So she's all good. Gonna call that done. Really happy with that. All right. Yeah. So there she is. I'm gonna add her little possum familiar on her shoulder there. Woo! But yeah, she's, I'm gonna say finished. Finished. It's exciting. All right, so save that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I just saved. Yeah, cool. Saved it. All right. So now I can start work on basically like an art trade I'm doing with Broken Soul. New. I'm gonna have it that direction, 300. Sure. so we'll do that. I'll leave the other file open, I guess, for now. Get my pencil. Sure. I know. Jump over here. Okay. I've got some. All right. Some references here. Okay. So it's got like a black, almost shutter like eye. All right, so real quick, let's put down the stuff I know I need to have here. So his eye. Okay, cool. Eye is going to be that, and it's almost like shutter, blank, eye. I'm guessing that, yeah, that's the beard. Got all right, got the beard. Just kind of make those lines in here. Random. Just so I have some idea there. It's basically, it's more rounded, but it's basically that. Like that, and then a little bit. Actually, so I did that a little weird. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so we do that. Kind of like that. There we go. That's a little bit more accurate to what I'm looking at here. Okay, and it's got a hat. I don't know if that's. I have to figure out hat. Okay. The suit is a very nice suit. Let's jump over here. So his hair, I like the distinguished, like. Okay, we're going. Okay, let's just do. Slick back. Kind of connects to the beard. Got his ear in there. So yeah, we'll call that the hair. But I really do, I like this streak of gray coming through. So all of this would be darker. And we've got, which connects to the beard down there. All right. Okay, so gray. All right. So we're looking at the suit here now. Let's see, we've got, looks like a 3-button suit. Let's just A little bit more of a tailored fit, which is nice. Does that? I think it looks like it might do that. I don't know. We'll see. Got that. All right. So we've got. Nice. Oops. Yeah, no, that's fine. Got vest. Can't tell how that vest breaks down at the bottom, but I assume it'd be that kind of situation. Pants are very, very similar. Sleeves cut short. Let that shirt show on the bottom a little bit. And it's like crosshatch pattern. Pants, same business. Crosshatch pattern. Shoe. Shoes are always kind of a pain to draw. Doesn't really matter what kind of shoe, but he's got like a fancy ankle cut, a heeled shoe. All right, looks like that's everything pretty much that was included there. So let's jump over here. Hat, I need to figure out if the hat is like a top hat or like essentially like a little fedora, or what is going on with the hat situation. All right, I'm gonna have him at his desk, so that's an important detail. Gonna be a very important desk looking. There'll be a flag because he's president of the world. Yeah. So we've got those kind of things worked out. Figure out kind of the composition of this. Whoops. Let's see, let's look up. It's like a presidential desk. Yeah, that's fancy. Okay. Sure. I mean, the actual United States president's desk is insane, but it's kind of what I was figuring desk would kind of look like. Okay, yeah, there we go. That's not a bad start. So let's jump back over here real quick. Okay, so we've got this kind of situation. We got it separated. Got the top of the desk here, comes out a little bit past the rest of this. It's not going to be as ornate as the like an actual desk like this may be. Gonna keep it kind of simple. comes out. This is going to go all the way to the top bit. And I'm going to give it kind of this situation. Let's erase that. Erase that. That stops. That stops. We go work around through this junk here. All right, so let's erase this bit. All right, we're gonna give it a little under bit there, and we're going to give it one of these, and for the heck of it, we'll split that, and we will put in another thing like that. I mean, like, that's pretty simple, but it's also a lot more than just your regular everyday desk. All right. So yeah, that would kind of come in. That would be a slight dip because that shows the depth change. All right. So there's the gist of the desk. We've got that now. Now we can go into, let's see. Let's see. I don't know. There's a lot of pictures of people at desks, but I don't know. That's kind of a cool one. I wish I knew a little bit more about the character. Anyway, way too big. Okay, so let's split this. Actually, okay, so show. No, whatever. Should have just gone all the way. Oop. Yeah. Go all. No. Go up there. Let's do that. Slide all the way across. These don't have to be perfect. They just have to be somewhat in the right space. All right. So we've got, let's see, let's put desk, dead center. Let's say there's a window up to the side over here. Go a little bit more perspective to it. Let's say there's maybe a coat rack back there. He's got his hat, whatever shaped hat that is, I really don't know. Got flag. Got put him in a giant chair. Okay, so let's real quick lasso that. Slide it down, shrink it. Off to the side. Yeah, a little bit more off to the side. Right there. Okay. Okay. Okay, we got that. Okay, so we got, that's one shot. Let's go slightly off on the side maybe. This kind of direction. Gonna keep putting him in a giant chair just because I do not know. Chuck a window. It's a little bit more of like a close-up. Don't know. We just kind of cut most of that off altogether. Get more of a. For some reason I want to put his hands like this because that's all I don't really know what kind of I don't know. I don't think, did I get like a full, I probably did get a description that would help. President of the world. Okay. Okay, so I did not. Thought I got more than that, but I guess I didn't. All right, so we'll put his giant chair thing here. Still want that flag in here. Ooh, under, let's see, let's do, actually it's a little smaller. Let's have him standing, head kind of down, arms. That. Down on the table for some reason. So let's do that. I've got something in that kind of area. Again, the chair's kind of back here, but he's standing up. It's not. again, maybe the windows back here. Alright, unfortunately this is basically just gonna be sketching ideas until I hit something or alright. Like obviously it's gotten kind of really broad, a little closer, super close, a little farther out, kind of working through this randomly. I don't know. So I did that with my pencil. Maybe this time I'll throw, for the heck of it, let's do like oil paint. Let's color change. Oh, that's interesting. For the heck of it, try a different, because it's not going to make a difference, honestly. Yeah. No, I'll just work on the pencil. I'll just make the pencil. Let's make the pencil bigger for some reason. All right, we've got desk. And the flag, I want the flag in pretty much every one of these, so whatever. I don't know, I'll put it wherever it fits. I don't know if there is a flag designed or not for this, but say that's like the corner of the room. Maybe the window's like right there. Again, kind of good with that. Hat situation. Again, I don't know what the hat looks like exactly, so I don't know. Giant chair. I don't like working with that big of a pencil. That's weird. Okay, let's try maybe this angle for the desk. Got that. Got that. Something like that. All right. Get the flag. Got to say the window again. Again, I don't even know if there's a window or what the window looks like, but in my thing, I'm putting a window in just for something to be there. I don't know. Actually, let's do. Okay, we've got a chair. Let's do. Again, I really like this kind of thing with the hands. This one, I imagine he's kind of leaning forward onto his hands a little bit. So let's do that. All right. Bum bum bum. Okay. So we've got another one down there. Okay, let's do a similar shot, same kind of angle. All right, yeah, something like that. And again, that was push it kind of this way. Something kind of like that. Maybe he's kind of exasperated. Like, what is going on? Why is this happening? I don't know. Something in that line. Again, chair behind him. Window off to that side there. And flag. Because I like the flag. I don't know. The flag. I feel like the flag should be in there. I don't know. That's me. So this and this are basically the same image, just from a different angle. Again, this and that would be the same thing, different angle. All of these are kind of going to be similar. Someone at a desk. So the question I need to answer is, how can I make his personality come through in that shot? That's a super generic thing. A man at a desk. And again, I need to know a little bit more about the world he's in. Like, is everything going well? Is everything going poorly? Or did something big just happen and he has to figure out what they're going to do as a planet, essentially? Like, what's going to go down? So these are all things that I should have had more. I should have asked a little earlier. But again, it also kind of helps not to know these things right at this point, because now I can do a couple different things and we can talk about it and then discuss which of these might be the right shot. Okay, so let's do almost a side shot of this. So it's going to be a similar kind of shot to the other ones in this, but a little bit more to the one side. Okay. And obviously these are all just kind of sketched out, not worried too much. Let's see, let's put the flag kind of, maybe not that large. I don't know, we'll see. But it's back at that corner of the front corner of the desk there in this. Let's see, let's put hands. I don't know if I want the hands kind of there. I could do like two versions of this too. It's kind of back with the hands in front. And actually, let's just, for the, no. M. There we go. For the heck of it, I'm just going to go in here, grab that. Drop this down here. Slide that up. Merge. Alright, so in essentially the exact same position. Let's do face forward. No, doing that wrong. Okay, so got that. Something more like that. I don't know. Probably put face in front of that. Again, giant chair. And, all right. Okay. All right. Gotta work out a couple more, and then I'll call it. Try and knock them out real quick. I don't want to think about these too much. This almost looks like a storyboard, honestly. All right. And a nice thing that, like, having the window in there, like, I can kind of work with the. There we go. Okay, there we go. I can kind of use that for interesting lighting if I want to. Maybe it's really dark in the room and the light's coming in from that side, lighting my face. Like if I've got a close-up, it could be really interesting. So more for like this one or something in these a little closer. Boom. A hat rack in there. Got a hat rack in that one. Go super kind of close in on this. Where I've got that is really bad. But like I kind of understand what I'm trying to do, so that's kind of the important part. Kind of the important part. So I wouldn't say it's like the most important thing at this juncture. But as long as I know what I'm trying to do, at least I have like a direction that I'm working on. That one's really simple, but it's pretty close. Up. Ooh, do another really close-up version. Let's do this. Yeah. All right. Something like that. Boom, boom. This is honestly a lot more thumbnails than I typically do, which is bad. I should do a lot more. Let's see. Especially with something as mundane as something like this can be, when we're talking about like I said, like a person at a desk. That is a fairly mundane, everyday kind of situation. And there's got to be a way to kind of show personality and all that in what you're doing. So it's another one of those things where it's like, it just kind of depends on what kind of character you're working on. Is that character super happy with what they're doing? Are they upset? Did they just mess something up? Are they doing the best job in the world? Like, these are the kind of things you can kind of figure out to show like personality or like some kind of something. Let's see. Like in this version, he is not a happy dude. Essentially, I'm putting his head in his hand. Of course, that's the wrong arm for that. Do that. Right? Yeah. Okay, put the other one down on the desk. I've kind of sloped the back, so he's not happy in this. In this, he is very unhappy. Again, we got that. Put the window back there. Giant. For this one, I would make the chair a little bit more prominent, even just because, like, he feels. I would say he feels small in that moment. Maybe in this one, the chair would be less prominent, so like the height of the chair would change a little bit. Like he would match the height of the chair, as opposed to in some of these other ones, it's a little bit taller of a back, so it's more like his head comes out over it. He's a little bit more like, maybe he's menacing in this one versus this one where he's like, oh, what did I just do? Kind of situation. I don't know. These are all ideas. Just throwing things at a wall right now. Hoping something sticks. So we've done a couple different ideas. Like, he's got his head on his hands, got hands on the desk, hands on the standing situation, fingers interlaced on the desk. Same here, standing. Again, fingers interlaced, fingers interlaced. A little bit more menacing of a look here with the chair more same height as him as opposed to a larger back to the chair. Kind of just hanging. A little bit more like head on the hands, but not in a... This almost looks like a daydream kind of thing. This looks more like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know. These are different feelings I get from these. I would obviously have to talk to other people to see how they feel about that. These are all things you have to consider. How other people are going to read these things that you're doing. Like this one. This one could be also like a very intimidating pose. Especially if you use like foreshortening, like kind of extreme angle, almost fisheye lens situation on that. It could make it very intimidating. Like he's slamming his hands down and like maybe he has like an evil grin. I don't know, something like that. Let's see. Again, like I feel like there's only so many ways you can do a dude at a desk, but there's always something you're missing, always. Basically, you're always going to miss something in this, and just know that. You're never going to get everything possible down. It's just impossible. There's always going to be someone else with an idea that you did not think of. And that's fine. That's why we work with other people and stuff on stuff. Or you go and you ask friends. Like if you want to get better at things, you need to ask people to give you honest criticism and constructive criticism and stuff like that. Like people just being rude and saying it sucks isn't going to help you, obviously, but some legitimate constructive criticism will help you improve so much faster than you would any other way. So if you want to be an artist, much like comedians and like performers, you have to develop a thicker skin. I feel like if you're just doing it for fun, that's no big deal. Like it's whatever. But if you want to improve, you have to be able to accept criticism to your work. And like I said, some people will gladly tell you exactly what they think. Other people will be more hesitant. They don't want to hurt you. And then there are trolls who will just be mean to be mean. It's especially in the age of internet art, like these are things you will have to deal with if you're going to be making art. That's again, it's entirely up to you how seriously you take art. It could be just a simple way to relieve your stress. It could be your job. It can be anything in between that. It's a beautiful thing to be able to do whatever you want as far as art is concerned. I think it's very important that people have a creative outlet of some sort. That's my personal belief, is everyone should create something. It doesn't have to be art, like physical art. It can be writing, poetry, singing. It's like something that you do for yourself like to just kind of make the world a little bit better, I guess, is the idea. Because clearly the world is not doing so hot right now. Yeah, so let's put that there. Okay. This one, there's a document of some kind. He's getting ready to sign or something. I don't know. This is all bad. Okay. Yeah. So we've got like a good chunk of this. Got some ideas down. Try and come up with 3 more. Oh, I know. We could do like he's doing a presidential address of some kind. So do that. Let's put this piece of paper in his hands. Ooh, I dig it. Okay, so let's kind of fix this. There we go. Okay, got that. We got that. And again, I put that flag on whatever side I want while I'm doing this. Really, it's not a big deal. You all right back there? Okay. Again, large chair behind him. Like about the same size as him for this particular thing. Again, the size of the chair can denote a lot of things as well. Making it larger than him can make him seem smaller, obviously, but like less intimidating, as opposed to if he's taller than the back of the chair and it's known to be like throughout your thing as a large chair. If it's a small chair to begin with, then it's not going to mean a whole lot unless you make it for some reason all of a sudden really large and disproportionate. Like changing the proportions of something like a chair in your work can change how it feels, is what I'm trying to get at. Something like that. So there, like if I brought this down like that a little bit more, I think that would feel a lot different than it being taller. I don't know. Stuff like that. Little things can change how things feel. So we got that. So like in this one, it's probably reading something out to the people of the world. Let's see. Let's do a huge stack of papers on one side. Smaller stack on this side that are done. Signing maybe. Oh, hello. Where's the one where he flings a book at the eagle's head? Interesting. idea. I don't know. I don't have that. Very interesting idea. I also need to know if he's right-handed or left-handed. That would also be helpful. Let's replace that. Something like that for the other arm. And again, the flag would be like right there. Flip a coin if it's head, he's right-handed. If it's tails, he's right-handed. So, all right. Actually, it's a little bit more down on that one. Signing something. Let's see. And for the last one here, man, they've got way out of proportion on the bottom right-hand side here. Nice. It's a pretty solid method, I guess. Another kind of angle on that, same kind of thing. I'm doing an art trade kind of thing with someone, and that is what these thumbnails are for. He's doing one of my characters, I'm doing one of, well, they are doing one of my characters, I'm doing one of their characters. Which is why I don't know if this character is right or left-handed. How's it going, Cypher? But yeah, so these are just all the thumbnails here. I also don't know if there's a flag for the president of the world. I like the idea that there would be a flag. Again, I don't know if there is one. I assume there should be, but I don't know. So I don't know. I have no idea what's happening. Normally, like if it cuts something out, it shows me in the... Okay. Well, that's good. I'm glad you're good. Hey, it happens. Now, oh, thank you very much for hosting. I appreciate that. That's awesome. Thank you, Vision, I guess. Vision. I don't know, but thank you. Yeah. So, got a lot of random pieces here for the heck of it. Give some maybe not color necessarily, but we'll give it some like values or something to just kind of throw some value-ish things down. We'll see how this look. Okay, so we got the logo super light on the back. I don't typically wear a watch. I have a watch. I do like it, although it does cause a little bit of pain because, again, I don't really wear it. So that is a small problem. Grab that color. We'll put that on the hat and on the hat rack, coat rack, hat rack, coat rack. We'll get the window kind of something like that. So I own a watch. I don't wear it very often. It is a solid, like it's a metallic red that my friend got me for my birthday last year, and it was very, very cool of them to do that, and I very, very much appreciate that they would go through and get that. It was a pretty expensive watch. Hello, how are you? Penguin Maine. Can I post links? I got what I was talking about. What exactly were you talking about? I'm very confused. I don't remember anything about, let's see. Oh, sorry. Like the flinging, I don't know. Sure, you can post a link. That's fine. I'm not really big on saying people can't do that. I don't really mind. But yeah, how are you, Penguin Man? Okay, just for the heck of it. Ah, okay. Interesting, interesting. I will keep that in mind. I've been in our Facebook group central. Oh, hey! Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I think you, well, I can't say for sure, but I believe you were probably the first person to stop in from the group. Again, thank you very much. It's very, very nice of you to pop in and say hello. Let's do that. So I'm just kind of going through and put down values that kind of separate the stuff in this. That's the idea right now. Let's go later. This one I did a different way. So we're going to keep it black and white on this one. I guess I'll just blast that with white. If they like and share a lot, yeah. True. I'm guilty of that for sure. Let's make this slightly darker. Separate that. There we go. Okay, so then we can go back to this one. Put him in the red. Try and keep these very similar. True, true. I try. I'm doing some thumbnail stuff for a art trade that I'm doing with one of the people who follows the channel on YouTube, actually. They're doing one of my characters. I'm working on one of theirs. Thank you for following. I appreciate that. So yeah, I'm drawing their original character. They're drawing one of my original characters. Their character is a clone and president of the world. And so that's what I'm working on. The president of the world clone dude. And I'm just using color value to kind of put the hierarchy in place in these, show a little bit of depth and stuff like that. So I have an idea later when I come back to these things of what I was trying to do. That's the idea, anyway. Grab that, put that there and there. And background. Whoops, I want to. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, they tune in pretty much every time, so, and they asked if I wanted to do it. I was like, hey, sure, why not? Why not do that? Grab that color, actually. Blast that. There we go. Sounded like fun. Actually, let's just go through and blast all of these real quick. A little bit faster that way, if I just hit him all at once. So I need to learn a little bit more about the character to kind of decide which of these is probably the best one, but as of right now, I have ideas down, and that's an important part of this, for sure. Alright, grab that. Yeah. Put the chair in on this one that I didn't put in. And flag. So yeah, the character is president of the world. Everyone is clones because something bad happened. I forget exactly what the whole story was, but so he's the first clone and he's president of the world. Is the whole gist of his backstory, I guess. So I need to figure out kind of what personality, what's going on in his world, so I have an idea of how I want to, which one of these kind of poses I want, and stuff like that. Because if he's like a really happy-go-lucky kind of guy, I'm not going to use this kind of thing, or this one, like it's stuff like that. But these are all just random sketches I did today, so we'll have a discussion, pick one, move from there. And I have absolutely no idea how his piece is going, which is kind of fun. And my character that he's working on has not ever been posted to anything, so that's kind of a fun little thing. So he's the first person to see some of the old artwork that I did, because I haven't really done anything new with that character. Grab that and we'll paint. We'll do that for the papers. So that's a fun little fact, is he's like the first person to like really see that. So it should be interesting to see like kind of his interpretation on my character. And I have a note on these two. He's actually standing up in front of the chair, so it's a little bit different than some of these other poses where he's definitely sitting in the chair. I've adjusted, seeing some of these, like this one, he's the same height as the chair in the back. Some of them it's taller than him. Conscious choices for those, like obviously if he's the same size as the back of the chair, which is a very high back chair, kind of implies it's more of like an intimidating presence, as opposed to if the chair is way taller than him, he would seem kind of small and a little more insignificant kind of situation. So the size of the chair changing is kind of on purpose. Not kind of on, it's on purpose. So things to think about when you're making pieces on characters is if a chair is, or a doorway, or like a window is a certain height, changing where they are in relation to that for certain scenes can make them more intimidating, less intimidating, things like that. All important things to keep in mind when you're working on art and stuff. Yeah. Fun. Just little things like that to think about when you're making your artworks and whatnot. If you do that, that's totally awesome. Yeah, like in this one, hand in that palm, not a very happy situation, stuff like that. You're changing it up. Again, this one I did it in black and white just because I was working with a larger pencil. Yeah. I mean, to an extent, everyone teaches themselves. It's kind of a dumb response, I guess. I did go to college, and I learned a lot from art teachers in college. I took life drawing. I majored in graphic design. I have associates in two-dimensional art. I have a bachelor's in illustration. Technically it's a bachelor's in graphic design with an emphasis in illustration. And yeah, so I've definitely taken art classes. I've learned a lot from teachers, but you also, a lot of it is teaching yourself what you like how to do the stuff that you like and whatnot. It's very, yeah. But yes, I went to school for art. Yeah. So I think that kind of shows all the different stuff. It's fun. You know what? I'm going to go in here and I'm going to fix this. Let's do, I don't like the one black and gray kind of thing. Yeah, thank you. Certainly try. Let's see. Let's do that. Let's go all the way to the top, like that, and we'll just go black, shrink it down. There we go. Yeah, and a lot of it is just I was really into anime and stuff as a kid, so these are just kind of things that you pick up from creators you like and stuff like that. So everyone's art journey is different for sure, but there's a lot of like things you learn even from like your classmates while you're in school, or your teachers obviously are also you learn a lot from, but there's a lot you learn in school from yourself as opposed to like learning how stuff works from a teacher. I want to change that a little bit, show that there's a difference in that wall. I went to art school for a plus. Oh, but I'm more interested in game and web development. Nice. Process of learning to code. Wow. Yeah, and that's stuff that you learn. It's easy to learn certain things on your own. It's harder to learn other things on your own. You figure those kind of things out. Like I would probably like I've done coding. Coding is not terrible. I did take a web design class, and the teacher was amazing. He's a phenomenal web designer. It's pretty insane. And I learned a lot and forgot a lot of what I learned. He was a really cool teacher, and he was a good teacher, which is not always something you get. Sometimes you get a cool teacher, they're not great at teaching. Sometimes you get someone who's really good at teaching, but they're not great person to learn from. Like they teach you really well, but you don't like learning from them, kind of thing. So it's cool to get both things kind of wrapped up in one package. Yeah, but yeah, going to school for graphic design was interesting because I had to learn a lot of stuff from like I had to learn coding and stuff for web design. I only took the one class. I should have focused more on the web design probably, honestly, but it's not. A little late for that. Close community. Oh wow, that's cool. Working at Google, that would be awesome. Working for Google. I feel like that's every coder's dream job. Or working for themselves. Either way, one or the other. All right, let's see. I think that's pretty much all of the kind of stuff I'm gonna do. Along with my brother, and can go to my buddy. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I was learning some IT stuff a while back, and I kind of stopped because I was doing it on my own with web stuff, but web tutorial kind of thing. But yeah, I have a buddy who works in IT, and if I ever had questions or anything, obviously I could go to him and he would help me out. It's very interesting how much you can learn just from like asking people questions. Like you don't ever have to actually go to school for something these days. You can literally just ask your friend. And that's pretty insane. Yeah. So I did like 16, if I look at this right. Yeah. 8 and 8. Yeah, 16. Did 16 thumbnails here. Real quick. I don't like. Okay. which is quite a few for me. It's not as much as some. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I did a lot of thumbnails for me anyway. He works on contract. Okay, that's cool. So he's working as a freelance essentially, as far as that. So he's working on a project with Google or for Google. But I mean, that's a good way to start. Get your foot in the door at least. That's pretty awesome. So yeah, I did this all today. That's just quite an accomplishment for me. Quite an accomplishment. All right, so let's just kind of do that. There we go. Press that back a little bit. Good money, but it costs so much. Oh yeah, big time. Bay Area is not cheap. Bay Area, real expensive. So I don't really know why I'm even bothering to go in and clean these up. They're just sketches. Thumbnail sketches. There's really no point for me to go in here and clean these up. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Anyway, got that. Kind of all situated. Yeah, about time to call it for today. Yeah, had a good time. Thanks again for hosting me, Vision or Vision. I don't really know how you want that said. Really appreciate it. It's awesome. Always cool when people do stuff like that. And Penguin, thanks for stopping in. It's really awesome of you to pop in and see what's up. Again, so we started today on this, which is pretty awesome. This over here. I always forget that I'm kind of reversed. Finished. Basically, the only thing I really did on this was I did her background. Just kind of simple scroll. And then I did a really quick sketch of the familiar, which is a possum. I threw over because it was gonna be a little kind of crowded and weird, and I didn't want to do that, so I just did a real quick sketch up of the possum familiar. And then we moved on to my art trade thing. So here I did 16 different sketches, kind of colored them to show different depths and whatnot in this. Bum, bum, bum. So that's cool. Really enjoyed it. Got some ideas, which is awesome. All right. So yeah, thanks for stopping in. I really appreciate everyone who pops in and says hello or just kind of watches and checks out what I'm working on. If you liked it, follow me. If you don't, you don't have to, obviously, but hey, appreciate it. Tell your friends, your family, especially right now. I mean, there's a lot of people not doing a whole heck of a lot. So if they've got time around 11 a.m. Pacific time, why not pop in and check out what's going on? I will be back here on Thursday, same time, same place, wherever you're at. You can follow my progress and stuff down here. Got my Instagram, my Twitter, even got a Facebook page. So at Zann20, you can find me most of my stuff on there. It's really easy to check out my art on my Instagram because that's the only thing I post there. Twitter gets a little bit more crowded with the like artist shares and all that fun stuff. So yeah, follow both. I let people know when I'm going live on those. So yeah, if you want to know when I'm going live, because occasionally I go live on like Saturday or something if I don't have anything going on. Extra day, fun. So yeah, I really appreciate everyone stopping in. It's really awesome to get some interaction from people. And again, thanks Penguin for stopping in and following. And it's really cool to have someone from the Facebook page, the local group that we have going on there, check out what I'm doing. Really appreciate that. Yeah, so I'll see everyone Thursday maybe, hopefully. Again, Mondays and Thursdays, 11 a.m. Pacific time to about now-ish, depending on the day or how many people are popping in. And early sometimes, we'll see. Anyway, yeah, so I'll be posting my final progress update for my Tiefling original character on my Instagram, and then I need to figure out a name for her, so stay tuned for like a poll on that. Maybe that could be fun. You can help name my character. Yeah, again, thank you so much. I really appreciate everyone popping in. It's awesome. I can't overstate how much I appreciate you guys watching what I'm doing. Makes me feel good, like I'm actually contributing something out there, especially in these hard times. So stay safe. I gotta go get ready for my essential work, go and do all that fun stuff. Yeah, thanks for stopping in. I really appreciate it, and I hope to see you guys next time. Later.